Hey everybody, Bill Flipper here, and we're going to look at some large keeper charts. This is when flipping from Amazon to Amazon goes well, and or when it goes wrong. Now I don't really do this, but I know some people do, or it's like the holy grail. Like I bought something off Amazon, waited a couple months, and then resold it. So this is when it goes well. So this is what they're trying to do. We see on the keeper chart back last October, November. Amazon's selling this around 18 bucks. And then you'll see they're in stock. They're in stock with the higher sales coming in December. They sit around 28 bucks. But if you bought back here in 18, if you look about the first week of December, look at this seller count. It goes from 22 to actually out of stock for a few days. And it goes as high as $59. It's almost, I did check, but it was about 100% ROI if you bought it and held. And that is an awesome ROI. And if you think about it, they flipped it in, what is that, about a month and a half? So that is people often do this with Legos. And we're going to look at some Lego charts, but I do not recommend doing this. I think there are better ways to spend the capital. And after doing it for a year or two, I think I basically broke even and wasted capital. You can make money on Lego sets, but you looking for ones that are often exclusive to the stores. Think of lego.com, think of target.com, think of walmart.com, all these. So we're going to look at this next one. This is a 3-month. This is a Lego Star Wars set. We go to the year. Now, it does say Amazon's on stock, but if you look at the chart, they're actually giving the buy box to a third party. So you could buy this for $40 at the very highest. Now, remember, look, the highest price is actually $63 in February. So if you're doing this for a Christmas flip, you did not succeed. And I think with that sale, you made $5 or $10 profit in December. So you bought it for 40, you flipped it for 56, you're making like $2 profit. I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to make more than $2 profit on something I bought for 40. So in this case, this is not a good buy. This is a waste of time. Like I said, it goes as high. There are days it hits about 60 bucks, 65, but again, not we're not looking for 25% ROI in Q4. Not interested. So we're going to go over here. This is another Lego chart. So it's 36.49. And again, also what's important to look at these charts and you can learn quick is it often looks like Amazon's in stock, but they're clearly not, or they're awarding the buy box at what, $14 higher over here to the third party. And the reason they're doing that is because they're not in stock. They're on back order. They're going to be in stock in a couple days or a couple weeks. So we see it right here. So they stay in stock all of December. They do not go out of stock. This is common with Lego charts that you'll see actually these double ones where you often see they go out of stock in December and then they go out of stock again around May. I'm not exactly sure why, but I've seen that quite a lot. So anyway, let's say you bought it for 36 bucks. The high is what we got, 57.90. Again, this is not extremely profitable. I think, like I said, I'd have to run the calculator, but both of these were the non-profitable, and they basically broke even. They were like $5 up, $2 up. I call that a break even. So, and again, it did not sell out when you wanted it to. It sold out later, and this is the point people are getting around to cutting losses, and it actually is selling out. So again, I'm not touching it. Now, sometimes people target sets that will soon go, that are already retired, that they're in stock. This may be a better option, but often they can still stay in stock of retired sets if they have enough. So again, I do not recommend this. So we'll go to the Fox Lodge. This is 18 bucks, 16.99. So this is 16.99. Back here, Amazon had it for $19. So 18.89. I'm gonna round it up to 19. If you go to December, I think the highest point I'm gonna find it. Yeah, it goes about 32 bucks again. Not very profitable at all. So not sure what this little bumps are up here. I think it got up to 36, but maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe that was a different one. So this is, like I said, they're very hit and miss. I do not recommend it. There is no way, like some people rationalize, like, ah, I gotta spend capital, I gotta spend capital. Well, just go to a casino at this point. And I don't really mean that, but this is you're just gambling. All you're doing is gambling. And I'm not gambling for 50% ROI when I can buy pairs of Adidas socks and get 50% ROI. And it's not a gamble. Or, find something Amazon's never on the charts on. So again, it worked in this case. They bought for $17.99 and it worked perfectly. They made 100% ROI. But it is, like I said, I consider it straight gambling. You could do that much better just going to find a listing of some type of holiday candy that Amazon's not on the listing of and make 40-50% ROI and not ever have to worry about Amazon going out of stock. So I really recommend you do that. Just find listings they're not in stock on. There's so much plentiful. Even if you had 50 grand, there's no point to gambling $1,000 when it is much easier just to find ones that you don't have to compete with Amazon on. You're not worrying about that. Um, like I said, and I've fallen guilty to this myself. I've done it, and it is just not worth the pain. It's just not worth the guessing. And people used to always look at like, oh, well, they went out of stock last year. Well, has it ever crossed your mind they're going to order more stock this year? So and they do. That's what happens. So you certainly want to, if you get fallen into the trap of this, and like I said, there are some, look for Target exclusives, Lego.com exclusives, and Walmart exclusives. You can do very well on them, and you will see Amazon's never on the listing because they're exclusive to that. And oftentimes, they're almost always at break even. When it comes to Christmas, they really launch up in price. So everyone, have a great rest of your week. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you don't fall trapped to this because there's so much potential at Q4. There's no reason to play a guessing game of items going out of stock. It is like I said, it is fun, and there may be times where this works, like I showed the examples, but many times it does not, and I'm not trying to make, like I said, $2 on 40. So really study the keeper charts. And another thing to really learn quick here, this is important because it came up and I really didn't notice it till I looked at it. When you see these blue things up here, if you look closely, you'll probably have to pause the video. Amazon is supposedly still on the listing, but you can see from the blue dot, the third party is actually getting the buy box. The third party here, I'm hovering over, if you pause the video, says Amazon $49.99, but the third party is actually FBM, is getting $58.99. So if you see a chart, which maybe you see this on, you can just learn, you can either learn or guess, okay, they're actually not in stock or they're back ordered and there may be some time to compete. So, keep a charts. There's a lot of great courses, but first thing I always recommend first is dive deep on all the videos, especially if you're new. There's a treasure trove of information out there. You should not be paying for any course unless you chewed up all the free stuff there is, and a lot of the free stuff is probably just as good as any course. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much. Great rest of your week. Keep hustling. And we really appreciate all the views and the likes. My son, I've been doing a lot of shorts. He just thinks it's awesome to get, views and likes. So, everybody, have a great rest of your week. See ya.